Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So the Dokkan Now Volume 2 for the Global Edition did come out, and I am going to pretty much go under the assumption that it'll be a dual celebration campaign between JP and Global. So that's pretty much one of the reasons I'm covering this, and chances are we'll get the Dokkan Festival Transforming Super Saiyan Bardock as well as the free-to-play LR Team Bardock as well. So I am watching the Dokkan Now Volume 2, but I will be skipping around just to pretty much get the important parts. So let's just skip around and talk about the most important meat of the product. And basically, I'm skipping the super attack animations. You can basically check the pinned comment for the link to that. But in this case, we're just going to be talking about the events and units. So this is going to be the event available similar to the previous Ginyu Force that becomes an LR. You have to get individual of these 5 units and pretty much get them to 100% potential. Then you'll be able to acquire the LR Team Bardock unit, and we'll cover the stats and whatnot here in a second. But this is pretty much a card art for the LR Team Bardock. So they did announce like the stats and skill sets. So let's go ahead and skip through and talk about what the leader skill is. So the leader skill was, let's see if they actually covered it. Yeah, so it's a new category, Team Bardock. In terms of the passive skills, super type allies attack and defense increase of 30%, plus an additional attack and defense increase of 30% for Team Bardock category allies. So it is kind of similar to how the LR Ginyu Force was, at least the tech version. So it's going to be pretty damn good in terms of running this team, and you should be able to mix it up. You know, obviously they're meant to be ran with the individual 5 units along with the LR, but you can certainly try and run different units because they do at least provide a super type, you know, allies attack and defense increase 30%. It really does depend on, you know, the link skills available and whatnot. So it will be a leader skill for the Team Bardock category. So with that being said, you know, the leader skill is pretty much obsolete, just specific to the Bardock units. So this is the Dokkan Fest Bardock. So Revenge or Low Class Warrior category, key +4, HP increase of 130%, and attack and defense increase of 170%. So it is a brand new Revenge category. You know, units like Broly, Perfect Cell, and Baby are listed here. So any, you know, unit revolving around, you know, a Revenge orientation is pretty much the key idea here. But the passive skill is going to be attack and defense increase of 120%. plus an additional attack increase of 10% per low-class warrior category ally on the team up to a max of 50%, and then attacks effective against all types when there's a wicked bloodline category enemy. So it pretty much is kind of befitting to the unit, but at the end of the day, the maximum you'll get out of this unit is basically running a team with low-class warrior units, so that's pretty much what it's meant to be. But I'm actually glad, along with the brand new category for the Revenge category, we're also seeing a brand new leader skill setting for the low-class warrior. Obviously, this is one that's been severely lacking, but it definitely does open up some doors as well. So this guy's talking about the transforming cooler. Obviously kind of a nice little addition because it is a transforming unit. But let's go ahead and skip around to some of the other information that they did leak out, or I guess officially released. So this is the after transformation. A lot of stuff built in here. Attack increase of 180%, and then defense increase of 100%. Attacks effective against all types when attacking extreme type enemies. So definitely ideal in that kind of setting. Key +3. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Key +3. Chance of performing a critical hit and evading enemies' attack, including supers. So along with effective attack, you do have a chance of performing a crit and also evading attacks. I don't know exactly chance, probably, I'm not sure. I think it's like 10% is what the percentage equivalent is for that. And then looks like what, so chance of performing critical hit and evading enemies attack plus 18%. So that's specified to a percentage, and then reduces damage received by 18% for 5 turns from start of turn. On top of that, launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, and all attacks become critical hit when there's a wicked bloodline category enemy. So obviously very specific as to the maximum ideal setting for this unit, but definitely a pretty powerful unit, and I think it's going to be pretty hyped up. The animations themselves look pretty damn good too, so I will definitely be pretty excited for summoning on this banner coming up. So I guess this is the super attack as well. So raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and also greatly lowers defense. So that'll definitely be a good combination along with the passive skill settings for this unit. I think the last thing they talked about was the introduction of the stamina items. So I briefly covered it yesterday in terms of like the assets available in the game with the recent download, but let's take a look at what exactly they're going to be doing on this item in particular. So we all knew at this point, basically it's going to allow for the stamina recovery without having to use Dragon Stones, but let's go ahead and see how much of a recovery you're looking at depending on, what type of the meat item we're talking about. So 20 stamina or ACT with the small, and then 60 stamina with the aged meat. So it's not full full stamina recovery, but they are saying there'll be a large version of this. Obviously, my guess is it's probably going to be 100. So of course, it's not going to be a full ACT stamina recovery, but during the Saiyan campaign, it looks like you'll be able to get. Hopefully, it's 3 per day. I hope it's not 3 per entire period. So we'll see. I don't know. I kind of skipped through it and didn't get the whole factuals down, but. Yeah, hopefully, this is a lot of exciting news. Honestly, I'm pretty excited about the new Dokkan Fest unit, but also the free-to-play units seem to be pretty damn good as well. We'll have the stamina recovery items coming up pretty soon as well, too. So a lot of things to look forward to. Again, I'm making the assumption that it is based on a dual celebration period between JP and Global. I think the last open question or open item is basically the Extreme Super Battle Row that they've been talking about on the V-Jump scan. We haven't really heard much about it, so we'll have to see what happens with that on the JP side. But again, hopefully you guys found this helpful. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace out.